Super Mario Bros. 1, 2 and 3 on the Nintendo Entertainment System have to be some of the best old school games out there. The platforming is spot on, the difficulty is perfect, and the games are just hands down entertaining and fun. But you know what's better than those 3 games on the NES? How about all 3 of those games plus Super Mario Bros. The Lost Levels on one cartridge with better graphics and sound? Yeah, that's right, I'm talking about Super Mario Bros. All-Stars on the Super Nintendo. Now yes, I know, there is a better version of Super Mario All-Stars, and it included Super Mario World as well. That means 5 games on one cartridge. But you know what's better than that? Yeah, how about a Super Nintendo console bundled with Super Mario All-Stars? Let's go take a closer look. Alright, here it is. This is the front. Right off the bat you can see it says Super Nintendo, the most advanced 16-bit system. Unique Mode 7 3D graphics. Over 32,000 colors and digital stereo sound. Includes 4 games. And of course the games are Super Mario Bros., Super Mario Bros. 2, Super Mario Bros. 3, and Super Mario Bros. The Lost Levels. Okay, so that's the front. Now it's time for the back of the box. You're about to experience the most advanced 16-bit console created, the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. The Super NES combines the technology of the Mode 7 custom-built chip with the excitement of Nintendo games to create lifelike 3D action, redefining the meaning of gameplay. The Super NES's unique Mode 7 will provide you a scaling so that crystal clear graphics can shrink, expand, and spin with amazing speed. Even more realism is added to the depth of the game by the unique multiple backgrounds, which can scroll at different speeds, provide shadowing and clouding, and rotate up to 360 degrees. The depth and realism of the smooth 3D graphics are further enhanced by an incredible 32,768 colors available to the Super NES. To cope with all this power, the high-tech controller features 8 easy-reach buttons to give you unprecedented power and unequaled gameplay options, completing the greatest 16-bit console ever devised. Now here's a bit on the back about the game bundled with the Super Nintendo. It reads, Super Mario All-Stars. There's never been a more awesome bunch of villains, monsters and creeps ganging up on the Super Mario Bros. All 4 great Super Mario adventures on one super game pack, powered up with the Super NES 16-bit graphics and sound for the biggest, baddest nightmare of a challenge ever. There's the Super Mario Bros. Game, Super Mario Bros. 2 and 3, plus, for the first time in this country, the Lost Levels. A tougher, meaner, nastier version of the original game that's so hard we even let you stop and save at the stage you're playing, rather than only at the start of each world. Super Mario All-Stars. It's all new, all action, and all bad. Wait, they mean bad as in cool and awesome, right? Anyway, here's what the side of the box looks like. Also, the other side here, which shows a list of other awesome Super Nintendo games this system has to offer. Now it's time to open up this bad boy. Let's take a look. Okay, so to start off, we have the instructions, but I'm not going to read these. The system is pretty straightforward. Here's the high-tech controller, as they call it. Most people know it as a SNES controller, so I'm just going to go with that. The The RF unit, well, these things suck. Get a hold of Nintendo AV cables if you can. And next up's the AC adapter to power the Super Nintendo. And here's the Super Nintendo console itself. This is the PAL version, which actually looks a lot different to the NTSC model. And last but not least, the game. Again, PAL version, looks a lot different to the NTSC version. And I'll just go over it all once more. So we have the instructions, one high-tech controller, the RF unit, AC adapter, the console itself, and the game, which oddly enough looks different to the one pictured on the box. Well, here's the title screen. Mario and Luigi are way too busy chatting away to each other to even notice that Princess Peach is about to get kidnapped by Bowser, yet again. Anyway, so just like it says on the box, you can see here all the games. I'm going to start off with the original Super Mario Bros. First, and then we shall take a quick look at the others as well. Straight away you can see that the graphics and sound are so much better than the original, and the gameplay is exactly the same as the original versions, which is great too. Here's a quick comparison of the second level of Super Mario Bros. On the NES and SNES. Awesome stuff. Anyway, as you'd expect from Super Mario Bros., it's a fantastic platforming game and the levels become more challenging as you progress. I do like the save feature as well, so you can continue on that level that you left off on. Next up is Super Mario Bros. 2. Now, this game is very different to the original, and I'll start off with the characters. You have Mario, who's basically your standard character. Then there's Luigi, who can jump and leap higher into the air than the other characters. You can also play as Princess Peach, who can hover through the air for short periods of time. And last but not least, Toad, who is fast. There's no more jumping on enemies' heads to kill them either. It's all about throwing vegetables and other objects at enemies to kill them. The game contains a handful of different themed environments, as well as different bosses. The variety is certainly there. Now personally, I'd use Princess Peach the most throughout the game. It's just easy to jump and land with her in what I'd call a fairly challenging platforming game. Now, just like I did with the previous game, here's a comparison of the NES and SNES versions. Let's see what the graphic and sound differences are like. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with the Super Nintendo version. Anyway, Super Mario Bros. 3 is up next. Let's take a look. Ah yes, this game is fantastic. Number 3 brings back the original Mario Bros. Style of gameplay, but improves on it. First up, the game has a map screen, which shows the levels, castles, and also bonus stages. The levels are a lot more different to the original Super Mario Bros. And Super Mario Bros. 2 games. You can collect items, power-ups, and other goodies that will help you through the game. With heaps of worlds, tons of variety in the stages, and a decent challenging factor, this holds up as one of the best platforming games out there. Now it's time for another quick comparison of the NES and SNES versions. I love Super Mario Bros. 3, but now for the last game on the cartridge, Super Mario Bros. The Lost Levels. But they aren't lost anymore because I've found the levels. Nah, all kidding aside, there is a story behind the naming of this game. Let me explain why. This game right here, Super Mario Bros. The Lost Levels, was known as Super Mario Bros. 2 in Japan, and was a very challenging sequel to the original Super Mario Bros. The games look almost identical. Anyway, just like the back of the box says, for the first time in this country, they have released the Lost Levels, aka Super Mario Bros. 2 in Japan, which is a tougher, meaner and nastier version of the original game. Hopefully that makes sense. Anyway, no kidding, this game is very tough. Here's a comparison of the first level in Super Mario Bros. And the first level in Super Mario Bros. The Lost Levels. Let's see which level is harder. I'll let you be the judge. damn it. Anyway, that's the Super Mario All-Stars game and console in a nutshell. Now, they did re-release this game on the Nintendo Wii in CD format. It was for Mario's 25th anniversary. The game hasn't changed one bit, it's all the same. So, if you haven't, check out Super Mario All-Stars. It's simply a must.